Welcome back to Angular session. Now we are going to learn how Angular forms work. AngularJS forms provide data binding and validation of input control. So what input controls? Different HTML elements like text box, radio buttons, text area, checkbox, drop down list. So these different HTML elements can be controlled. Data from that can be validated, or the data will be binded and manipulated using the Angular controller. For a data binding, we have already seen we can use ng model and the name, and then this ng model will bind the data with this name, and you can use this name to modify or retrieve the data from this property name, first name, by controller. This is an example of form, AngularJS form. See here, my app controller we have written to manipulate this data, and inside the form tag, so this is the HTML form. Inside that is input text box is there, and ng model first name is given. So this name can be manipulated or viewed using the controller of AngularJS. So that script is here. As we have seen, the module is created, and then controller, in controller form control, this is the name of the controller, and the function $scope will maintain the data of this controller. This is object which will be between the view and controller, $scope first name equal to John. So this will be given written in this text box. So like this we can handle Java AngularJS forms. One more example, ng app first name input, and here ng model first name. Change the name inside the input field and you will see the name. Already we have seen at the first example, whatever you are typing here, that will be displayed here. That was also the example of AngularJS form. How we can go for the checkbox inside the form? Input type is checkbox, ng model. Yes, here also we can use the same directive ng model, and we can use a specific name to refer to this contents of this checkbox, myvar. Then ng.show myvar. ng.show will display the content, display myvar my header. So to check to show a header, if you click here, then it will show that this header. Click and my header, this contents will be shown. If you unclick this, then this will be removed. So this is the use of checkbox. A radio button, how can we use the radio button? So see here, the form tag, obviously there will be HTML and body tag. I have skipped that. Form tag, here different radio buttons, 3 radio buttons are created. ng model is same name for this radio, then only this will become a radio group, and 3 different values are assigned. One is dogs, struts and cars. So here in ng switch, one more and directive switch man. So which is checked? For that, ng switch is the directive, like we can use as a switch element, switch statements. So first div is ng switch when dogs, means when the dogs is checked, then this will display. Else if tuts is checked, this will display, and if cars is checked, this will display. So this will be the first view. We pick up a topic, this text, and 3 radio buttons. When you will click on this, accordingly any one of this switch case will execute, and that content will be displayed. So if cars is clicked, then this will be the output. So this is the example of radio buttons. Select box, drop down list. So again see, form tag, select, and ng model myvar. This variable, this name will be used for the model. Then first option value dog, then option value cars. So 2 values are there, dogs and cars, and one is the blank. Then in ng switch, again if dogs is switch is clicked, selected, then this will display this. If ng switch find is cars, then this will display. If you observe, cars is selected, so this is displaying. Then next, includes. When AngularJS with AngularJS, you can include HTML content using the ng include directive. So ng app, ng include and myfile.html means in this current HTML you can include the contents of some another HTML file. So include header, this is the text being included into the HTML page using ng include. These are the contents of this file, those are included in this current file. This is the code for ng include. You can display the table, this we have seen for the table. This will be the output for that table content module, which will go one by one from the scope, and ng app, ng include my table and contents for that will be given from this controller with the customer.php. From that values will be given, retrieved, and the scope values will be record will be set, and those will be displayed with the mytable.html. So contents from mytable.html will be updated. These contents will be updated with this controller using ng include and controllers. What is the routing in AngularJS? Let's see. While building a single page application, as we know that today's day is we want a single page application where we can go to scroll down, and in that single page itself we should view the content. We can able to manage that total application. For web page also we expect that there should be a single page web application. So how can we use the back button, linking between the page works, and how URL works? For that means go to the back previous link, go to the next page, or specify some URLs. Their routing is useful in AngularJS. Routing come to rescue for this type of uses on a one page. So this is an example. Here one more script you have to add, that is the Angular route.min.js. Already we are using this CDN. Along with that Angular route.min.js we will require, and see here data ng view is there. This directive you have to use. This will mention whatever we will mention here, the control will route to that new HTML page or another view. How it will be? Again, module you have to create module.config, configuring the routing. This module is dependent on ng route. So load the ng route. Till now we are creating the module with only the name, but now ng route is there. This module we have to load. Then myapp.config, here you have to call the function $root provider, root provider.when / means root directory. This root provider means on which what is the view, accordingly what should be the content displayed. So template URL, if this is the URL, then view1.html will be displayed, and for that controller my simple controller will be used. If view2 is there, then view2.html will be displayed, and simple. This is the controller which is going to manipulate this view2. Like this, as many different URLs it will or otherwise redirect to default URL. So you can specify the routing of the links using this route, this function. And then myapp.controller, my simple app function scope. This is a let's add new controller to my app. This controller will maintain that control. Here we have seen only the what is the code of route. How views will be there we will check. Usually when we have different controllers for different views, in this demonstration the controller does the nothing. That's why we are using the same controller. Otherwise for every view there will be a controller, separate controller. In previous, what were the views? View1.html is this content and view2.html is this content. See, whenever we will click on this, it will switch from view1 to view2. So it is giving / and view2. So router will route this to the second, and here router will route to the first view. After routing, let's understand what are the services, which is again a very important part of AngularJS. Views are independent business logic, should not be written in a controller. Logic should be in a service component. view independent means the business logic which is not only specifying how and which content to display in the view. Other than this, if any other business logic is there, that should be written in a service instead of the controller. So core business logic will be written in the services. Controllers are view specific, services are app specific. Yes, app specific services, business logic will be written in the services, but only what to present, how to present, where to present, that will be done by the controller. We can move from view to view and service is still live. So scope of the service, you can understand. Controller's responsibility is to bind model to view, and model can be fetched from the service, because the model means the state, the data. That contents can be fetched with the service by connecting to the database or doing some calculations, actual business logic. Control is not responsible for manipulating, create, destroy, update the data. For this, you have to use the services. AngularJS has many built-in services. You can go through this URL and check how many different services are there. One of the example is HTTP. How this service will work? This is another view customers, HTML fragment, scope, and this is the controller to manage this. Another modify customers view, another HTML file. It has its scope variable, scope object, and another modify controller. So see, for this view one controller is there, for this view another controller is there. Controller logic is how to present the contents in this, but for all the views the service object will give the business logic. Actually this control will require the data to shift here from the model, so that model will be maintained by service, and through that model we have seen that whenever we are going to create a controller, we have to create the model first. So we have to prepare the state first, and from that state we can retrieve the data. So that model will be maintained using the services. In AngularJS custom services using factory we can do. We have already seen this example. Let's go again back. Controller, view controller, function. Yes, in the previous example we haven't seen the code for the controller. So view controller, function is scope contact, customer service dot contact. And let's add a new controller to my app. One more controller. This controller uses the service. How the service is used. Here customer service dot contact is used. Customer service dot contact is used. The created service is used. So while creating the controller, along with the scope, the service is passed, which will feed the data. For same for here. Creating a factory object that contains services for controllers. So for that factory, customer service, which is referred here by both the controllers, and the function which will produce the data. So where factory dot context is one array of objects, and this data as a service is provided to these different controllers. So this is the way we can use the custom services in AngularJS. Also service is initiated with a new keyword. Service functions can use this and the return value to this. So like this, my app dot service customer service function, this dot context, and you can provide the array of objects. That data will be given to the model to the controller. One more concept in AngularJS is a dependency injection. What it is? Dependency injection is a software design in which components are given their dependencies instead of hard coding them within the component. So these components can be reusable, maintainable, and testable. AngularJS provides following core components which can be injected into each other as a dependencies: value, factory, service, provider, and constant. So we will check in this next session how to use this dependency injection. Thank you.